Hi there, it's Shawn Hansen, and this is Make It Monday. In today's training video, I'll be working with my Spring Fling 7-in-1 planner to walk you through the process of creating an entry-level, undated planner that you can sell to your customers. I'm working with a fresh copy of the Spring Fling 7-in-1 planner because I'm going to be making changes and I don't want to overwrite or change anything about my original template. Now, the very first thing I want to do is just drop a cover in. So I'm going to go up to View and Slide Sorter, and I'm going to scroll to the end, and I'll open up the cover file. Now, your instructions for how to create the cover are here, but I'm going to walk you through the process. I actually want to add an image to this cover, so I'm just going to select it, go up to Shape Format, Shape Fill, and Picture. And in the cover graphics file, I'm going to go ahead and grab the Bud Burst image. I'm going to make a few changes to this. So I'm going to open up my selection pane and I want to change the strap cover. So I'll go up to Shape Fill and I'm going to grab this purple. Then I want to change the snap bottom color and I'm going to use this pink. I'll leave the center of the button there, that yellow. And I want to change the font color here. So I'll select that table area and I'm going to grab this same purple and I'll change the line on the table as well. I'm actually going to bump up the thickness and I want this pen color to be that purple and I'll add that bottom border. I also want to change the stitching. So I'll come into picture format, color, more variations, and I'm going to go with a really dark color here. Then I'll go up to corrections and I'm going to go ahead and darken this. And I like the way that looks. So according to the directions, what I can do is I can just then export this front cover slide. So I'm going to go up to File, Export. And on my desktop, I'm going to save this as a PNG. I just want the current slide, and I'm just going to rename this Cover, and then Export. Once that's there, I'm going to go to the very beginning of the planner. And I'll insert it where it says on this next slide to insert it. I'm just going to drag and drop this over. I'll call this Cover. And then I want to take this background, go into color here, set transparent, and make that gray area transparent so that my desktop background, those lines show through. I'm going to go ahead and save. Now at this point, I'm going to get rid of these introductory slides. And I'm going to go back into View and Slide Sorter. And I'm going to keep my index page, my 2022-2023 calendar, and then the undated items. So what I want to do is I want to get rid of everything after slide, which is now slide number 3, since I deleted those first slides. So I'm going to start with slide number 4, and I'm going to scroll down here through all of 2022. And I'm going to stop before I get to the additional layouts and just hit delete. I'm going to include the papers, but I'm going to get rid of all of 2023, the individual daily layouts. So I'm going to scroll down through 2023. And then I want to stop before the sticker section. And for now, I'm just going to save that. And I'll keep the rest of the extras in case I need any of them. And I'll go into the normal view. And at this point, I want to do a little test to just make sure that I've got my links working. And I'm just going to check these links and the center links and the paper links. I'll worry about removing these tabs in just a little bit, the ones that we're not working with, which will be the 2022, 2023 tabs, and then each of the month tabs. We're going to keep the extras in the papers. So in order to test it on my Mac, I'm going to go up into slideshow, and then I'll play from the current slide. If you're on a PC, you can do a control click. So I'll start by clicking on hour by hour, and I'll click the center, daily, center, chores, important dates, pros and cons, the habit tracker, and the today is. And I just went every other item on this line because it's a 2-page spread with the exception of the hour by hour. Now I know those are all in good working order. I'm going to double check my stickers. That works as well. I'll go back to the home page. Then I'll check each of the papers. There's the blank, dot grid and graph. I know those are good. Lined and column. And then finally the Cornell. So I know all of my links are still in place. I'm going to go ahead and escape out of this slideshow. Now that I've done that, I need to get rid of my excess tabs. So I'm going to go into View and Slide Master. And I'm going to start here, and I want to get rid of a lot of my right side tabs. So I want to go all the way down through this list to the end of December here, and then just delete. Then I'm going to save. I also want to get rid of my 2022 and my 2023 tabs. I'm going to keep stickers and home, and I'm going to keep their locations. Now that I have that right side set of tabs, I'm going to go ahead and copy that. Now, these are hyperlinked, so by copying and pasting them into place, I retain my hyperlinks. I'll come into this next slide, and you'll notice that there are a bunch of extra slide masters, which I'll end up getting rid of. But this particular slide, it's being used by one of the slides in the planner that I'm going to keep. So I do want to make the change here. I don't want to just delete this. I can get rid of my 2022 and 2023 tabs. And then I'm going to delete my right side tabs, paste them into place, and then drag them back down to where they were. Now I know I can get rid of these January, February, March, all of these, because I've removed these. If you're not sure, you can hover over your master slides, and where you see that it's been used by no slides, you want to delete those. Just makes your file smaller, and you don't need these master slides in what you're going to create. So I'm going to go all the way down to here and delete. And I believe this is my December layout, no slides being used there. This slide is being used by that extras layout. This is being used. This is being used. This is my papers, my stickers. Those are both being used. Now we get back into more months. So I want to go ahead and get rid of these. Go down through December. This is not being used by any slides. And this is being used. So now I'm going to go back through here and make sure that I've gotten rid of all of the layouts. So all I have left are slide masters that are being used. And I will be removing the left side tabs. I don't need those. I don't need the 2022 or the 2023. So I'll get rid of these and these. Get rid of my left side tabs here. Leave my extras divider. I need to get rid of my 2022 and my 2023. Now in this next slide, I want to make sure that I keep my extras on the left because the page is turned. So if I go to my left side tabs, I go all the way to the bottom here and get rid of everything until I get to extras. Then I want to get rid of my 2022 and 2023. Now that I've got that extras tab, I'm going to go ahead and copy that so that when I come down here, I can actually just delete my left side tabs, paste my extras in, and put it down here below the home tab. Get rid of my 2022 and 2023. Again, get rid of my left side tabs, paste in my extras, put it below my home tab. Get rid of 2022 and 2023. Here, get rid of 2022 and 2023. And then last one here. Just move this up to be consistent. And I'm going to save. I'll go ahead and close this. And now what I want to do is I want to run a slideshow again. And I just want to watch my page turns. So if I turn the page, my calendar is here. Here are my additional layouts, my extras. There's my hour by hour, my daily planner, chores, mood tracker, the today is. There are my papers, stickers. So that's all working. And I'll escape out of this slideshow. Now I want to change this. These are no longer additional layouts. So I'm just going to call these spreads. And I'm going to change this text. And I want it to say spreads. And I'll go into the next slide, double click. Now it's over on the left, spreads. And one more. I'm going to zoom this in here to 100%, close to 100%. And I think I'm going to go through and bump this up. I'm going to bump this 2, and I need to be consistent throughout all of this. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. I'm just tapping the arrows on my keyboard. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Now it's going to be over here. And I'm going to bump this down 1. And over here, oops, I missed this one. Spreads. And then I'm going to bring it down 1. And here. And tap it down 1. And then I'm going to save. I'm going to close the slide master. And we'll go back to the beginning. Reduce this size. Now I want to go ahead and put some binder rings on this planner cover. So if I go back to my extras here, I'm going to grab this hyperlinked set of rings, copy that. Back up to the top here, paste that in. Then I'm going to zoom in again. And I want to go ahead, go to picture format and crop. And I want a little bit of an overhang to give that rounded effect. Crop that and save. Reduce that in size. And now I want to test again. So I'm going to go up to slideshow, play from current slide. And if this is working, it'll take me to that index page. That's perfect. There's my weekly and daily, doodle time, mood tracker. Click on spreads. There they are. Click on spreads. Go to papers, test spreads. Go to stickers, spreads, stickers. So the papers tab got lost in the mix here. So I need to fix that. So let me escape. So when this page turns, now the next page, it should be down here. So I've lost that in the mix. That means I have to go back and I have to go into my master slide and I have to add it. But I need to get it from my hyperlink tab. So go here and I want this on the left side. Here's my papers tab. So I'm going to get the tab in the text and copy that. Then I'm going to go up into view, slide master, find where that starts to go wrong, which is right here. I'll paste that in and I'm going to group these. Call this papers tab. And we'll just put it at the bottom like that. Now that I've got that, I'm going to copy that. I'll paste it here. Drag it down right above the stitching. Needs to be here. Drag it down. Paste it here. And once more here. And save. Close that master. I'm going to go back to the beginning and I want to start with the cover actually, slideshow from the current slide. And all I'm going to do, I'm not going to click links. I'm just going to page through and watch how the pages turn. There's my calendar. There's my additional layouts. So there's my hour by hour, my daily, my weekly, book log, pros and cons, doodle time, the trackers, my today is, turn the page. Now we get into papers. Turn the page, we're in stickers. And on the left side, my tabs are there. And there's the end of the planner. So again, I'm going to escape. So there's one final step, and that is to decide what I want in the background. Now I'm going to go ahead and stick with my bud burst. So the last thing I'm going to do, I'm going to go back into my slide master and beginning with the very first layout that has these backgrounds in it, I'm going to get rid of everything but the bud burst. And again, this has to do with making your end result flattened file smaller in size. You don't need those excess bits in here. They're just for design purposes. So before you flatten things, you want to remove all of your extra elements. And I'm just clicking and then holding down my shift key and going through slide by slide. And I'm watching the results so that I don't accidentally get rid of too much. If I happen to do that, I want to catch it so I can just hit undo. Hit save. And then the last step would be to put in any welcome message or links to video training or logos or things like that. I'm going to skip that part just for brevity. I'm going to close my master slide. Then I want to go ahead and I want to quit PowerPoint. And I'm going to right click on this because I'm on a Mac, and I'm going to open this up in Keynote. And then I want to export to PDF. I'm going to make it good quality. Put it on my desktop. Go ahead and close Keynote. Open up my PDF, and I'll just do a little clicking to make sure that I've got all my links in place. Just a little bit smaller. Click spreads, mood tracker, papers, home, habit tracker, spreads, important dates, papers, stickers. So I'm confident all of my links are working. At this point, I would then airdrop this to my iPad so that I could open it up in GoodNotes or Zinnia and do one final test. But I'm satisfied at this point that I've got a brand new product, an entry-level, lower-cost item. That's just one example of how you can create an end product quickly and easily using the Fling 7-in-1 digital planner template. If you haven't yet purchased the Fling 7-in-1 digital planner set, you can do so at the link below this video. Once again, this is Shawn Hansen. I hope you've enjoyed this Make It Monday and that I've inspired you to create something new right along with me.